Afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Ravindra, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting.
Please. Your guest. My colleague.
Hi.
First of all, I would like to welcome you all for our 513th Oracle Trailblazers Toastmasters meeting. So today, before we start the meeting, we have a few ground rules to be followed. I want you all to put your mobiles on silent or vibration mode. And while the speaker is speaking, do not move in or move out of the room. If you want to speak while speaking here, you can speak about sex, religion, and politics, but it should not hurt others' sentiments. And so everybody in our lives have goals. So likewise, in our Oracle Trailblazer Toastmasters, also we have goals. The goal is to improve communication skills and leadership skills. So with that, I would like to welcome you all for this meeting and hand over the stage to our presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, we are starting on time. Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be taking Toastmaster Devi's role for today as the presiding officer for the session. Welcome to guests, and I think I can see Gunjan online and Abhiram online. Just before starting my speech, how did you get to know about Toastmasters, and let us know a little about yourselves. We can begin with Abhiram.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. Hi, Toastmasters. I have previously joined Orators, where I was there with them for a year, but unfortunately the club seems to be stopped and there are no events conducted. So I was just looking to in exploring other clubs in Oracle. I just started joining different club meetings, and yeah, Trailblazers is one such club which I've been hearing since a long time. And yeah, I have even noticed that the club meetings have they happen every week consistently, and I am really interested in joining. That's the reason I'm here.
Thanks a lot, Abhiram, about that. I hope you keep joining us and someday you'll be a member with us. Hope you have enjoyed today's session. Gunjan, can you introduce yourself a little and your reason for coming here?
Yeah, hello everyone. So I'm a Toastmaster member from last 1 year, but not in Oracle, in the local club in Kanpur Toastmasters Club. So I'm as a VPPR there. And I came to know about this Oracle Toastmasters through an Oracle employee because he is also in Kanpur, and I didn't knew like this thing also Toastmaster also exists in Oracle. So I was looking forward to attend this meeting for too long, but due to some meetings I was not able to. So finally I made it today.
Glad to know about that, Gunjan. And I think, like you said, we people don't know about us. I hope as VPPR you can guide us someday. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the session. And we have table topics towards the end. Hope you guys stay till the end. Ma'am, what's your name?
Preeti.
Preeti.
Yes, Preeti
Can
Ghosh.
you introduce yourself and your reason for coming here today?
To be very honest, I don't know about Trailblazers.
It's completely
I
fine.
just wanted to, my colleague Abhimanyu was coming
Okay.
here, so I asked him where are you going. He's like, I have a speech today. I said, I want to see how you are speaking. I just came.
That's a nice idea. Just walk in front of your colleagues so they ask where you're going. Thanks, Abhimanyu, for that. Hope you stay for a while and see how it goes. Just a quick intro about what Toastmasters is in the beginning. It began in 1924. It's been about 100 years for this international organization. But the problem which the founder of this organization, Ralph C. Smedley, tried to solve was he used to see people in like back about 100 years ago. There wasn't rooms like these. There were bars or let's say in events where people used to walk around. There were no mics. He observed that people weren't good at speaking in front of others. They couldn't toast each other. Toasting is an art, I think, which you have seen other people do in special events like marriages, in anniversaries, etc. So to help solve this, Ralph Smedley thought, yeah, okay, this is a good opportunity. I should have an ad for people who are interested in public speaking. And that's how people came ahead and decided to create something called Toastmasters. And here we are in the 100th year of Toastmasters International. And I took time to explain this since we have a lot of guests today and hope you are aware of it. And while going through the session, you'll understand how the session is going on. And I think that's my presiding officer's address. I would like to call upon the Toastmaster of the day for today, Toastmaster Alok. He's giving us a surprise today by not revealing the topic. So I'm really excited as well as intrigued to know what's going up. Everyone, please a round of applause for Toastmaster Alok.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster and dear guests. Today theme is little unusual. I feel a little awkward. It is a simple symbol of a question mark, and actually this question mark is for speaker, not for audience actually. Why? Because when we have no clear topic in mind, a question mark is a perfect disguise. It hides our intention in plain sight. So it is a famous phrase like hide in plain sight. Anybody want to reveal or explain the meaning of that phrase or idiom?
Hide in plain sight.
Hide in plain sight.
Huh.
Yeah. So it is so in your face that you're not able to notice it. So you hide. You sit on the front row when you don't have homework done.
And just have a look of confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. So thank you, Abhimanyu, to revealing the meaning of this idiom. So with this phrase, I start my little story. I hope I will try to connect all you with a story, and that later of this story, I want to connect the dot which I believe with this story. So imagine a small village shaped like a circle of land where one family began to live and farm using a single tractor. One family, one tractor, one job at a time. Since there is only one family, everything worked smoothly. They plowed, saw harvest without any interference. But soon, 10 more family move in and want to work on same circle like land. A big problem begin. One family is planting crops, but another unknowingly, unwillingly plot the same land. One family keep the tractor too long and delaying others. Chorus erupt, conflict arise, productivity drops. So all come together and come up with a plan. Uh, Divide the land so each family has its own section and allocate tractor time slot to each families. However, two big problem remains. Some family encroach on other lands. Other don't return the tractor on time. So it was decided create a headman, a hitman with a shotgun having ultimate power of shotgun symbolically. His job ensure fair land use, ensure a tractor sharing rule, and short rule breaker with a shotgun, sometime bird shot, try to understand, to maintain the order. So everything becomes systematic and efficient, and that improved the productivity of Blaze and made everything systematic. Since the whole setup was running so smoothly and efficiently, I call it a system. And because was a operating well, so well, people start calling operating system. Congratulations, dear Toastmaster, you have revealed the secret of our theme, and I try to explain or teach you the what is the operating system what we are use in nowadays days actually. So one final question before I over to today General Moderator to explain the role of other peoples. How many people today use in morning Linux actually? With this question, I'll over to you, Avinav. Uh,
Thank you, Alok, for a mysterious theme today. It's people still not getting probably, I think. Time will get it. What I'm trying to say. With that being said,
Yeah.
today my name is Abhinav, and today I'm playing the role of general evaluator. And my job is to evaluate the whole meeting from the beginning till the end. How did the speakers do? How did every role taker do? How did as a meeting we did? And if there's scope of improvement, I suggest that. I can't do this alone. I have a team with me. It's called Tag Team, Timer, Counter, Grammarian, and this will help me to evaluate the meaning better. For the first role, it's Timer. I have Dr. Sayakash playing the role of Timer. Can I ask him to please come on the stage and explain the role?
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav. Thanks for that. I'll be playing the role of the timer today, and as the name says, it's a very simple task. I have 3 cards: green, yellow, red, and as per the speech timings, like I think for Abhimanyu and Sunil, it's 5 minutes to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I'll hold up the red card till the speech is over. And to be eligible for prizes or nominations, the speech should not exceed 30 seconds post the upper limit. Coming to the evaluation
One
section.
request, can you make the yellow one very violently for my speech? I don't want to do a 15-minute speech today.
Sure. I'll be sitting here itself. You won't have any problems. I think last time it went up to 15 or
Last time, 14 minutes.
I still remember that specific room. Yeah. And I'll ensure that you don't face that problem again. And coming to the evaluation section, we have a limit of 2 to 3 minutes, and similar to the logic. Green at 2, yellow at 2.5, red at 3, and flip it up in 3.5. And for table topics, we have 1 to 2 minutes, 1 minute for green, 1.5 minutes for yellow, 2 minutes for red. I think this is simple. I'll hope to give my evaluation towards the end.
Can you guys hear us?
Are we audible?
Okay.
Okay. What do you, Toastmaster?
Thank you. The kind of network in this office nowadays, so that's very fast. All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sayakash. So again, reiteration of the things. Try to speak within limits. Whoever comes to the stage has to speak within time. You can't go on and on because we have time-bound meetings there. Second, we have a counter / grammarian. So the job of the grammarian will be told by Toastmaster Abhimanyu today. You can come on the stage and tell about the role.
Yeah, so I'll be the grammarian today, and I will be talking about word of the day, a phrase, and I'll also be looking at good usage of grammar, codes, thoughts, etc., and improper grammar usage, small corrections. So that would be my role.
Any word of the day?
Yeah, I have a word of the day, shenanigans, and it means slightly dishonest, mischievous activity, loud, boisterous, and I wanted to write it down because It is one of those words that we kind of know what it is, what it means, but we never use it in our currency. So I thought probably today by using it, we can make it our own. So the spelling is a
Put on
little,
Zoom also.
yeah, yeah. Yes. Right. So an example usage would be the chairman was accused of financial shenanigans. Uh, so we'll see how many of us can use this word today. And phrase of the day is bite the bullet. It means that you finally get the courage to face something that you are avoiding. For example, the MD finally decided to bite the bullet and make budget cuts. So we'll see how many of us can.
Thank you. Usually we have a counter also, but today it's not there. Okay?
No.
So don't use or
One is there to count.
Yeah. Okay. With that being said, we'll come back at the end of the meeting with our report. I hope you have a good session today. And that being said, back to Toastmaster Alok for the rest of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhinav. So I just last time I asked how many you people use the Linux in the morning actually. So any answer? Or first question, how many is a Linux user? Okay, so only Ravindra. Correct?
No, most of
That is there, but our physical. We all use.
we all use.
You have to use this all the way.
We have to
Yeah.
use.
So if you are not using directly Linux, the question is that how many today use the Linux since morning directly or indirectly?
Most of it.
Okay, so Karthik, can you give me the clue where you use the Linux?
If you mean the operating system, I use
Yeah,
Mac is on built
Okay.
Linux, but I think there is some shenanigan you're trying to pull here.
Uh, Actually, I want to say that our 90% web server run on the Linux operating system only, and 90% cloud infrastructure on built on the Linux. Most of the router, IoT, smart TV, or even the home appliances like LG washing machine, Samsung TV, smart TV, all are in built that working on the Linux OS only actually. Even though I see that people use Windows, iOS, Mac OS when they work, but uh, the good part of Linux is that it works on any hardware actually. It doesn't have hardware limitation part actually. When any small SoC vendor come in a market, he can try their SoC chip or microcontroller work on the Linux system, embedded Linux system, or different flavor of Linux actually. So that's why in beginning I try to say that hiding in the plain sight. We are using in different thing on TV, remote, mobile, uh, but we are not able to see the Linux OS. We are still using. Uh, so yeah, I am a Linux engineer, so I am having a big bias for Linux, and I assume it should be there because how the open source community work together to make the stable in large or secure Linux product and Linux OS, which help to build our ecosystem for technology ecosystem. Like all the supercomputer work only on Linux actually. That is a one truth actually. 100% supercomputer work on Linux. So I think big plus for Linux and their open source community, though work very hard to make the system stable and secure. So with this my turn, I get back, return back to over to Abhinav, so we can Please.
You're all the speakers now.
Yeah.
Evaluating speakers.
Yes.
Yeah. He might not be over. Alok, you have to call the first speaker, the first evaluator.
He's hiding in plain sight.
I can see.
So, sorry, I forget. So let me call our first speaker. Before speaker, I call our first evaluator for first speaker. First speaker evaluator is Dinesh, and he's a Toastmaster. Dinesh, he's a rough and tough guys, and most of the time he try to dig someone without any instrument with his voice and technical term. So please welcome Toastmaster Dinesh.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, just as Abhimanyu said, and shenanigans, but it was a great intro. I have never ever heard rough and tough in my life. Thank you so much. Even my mom has not used it. Okay, so today the first speaker is Toastmaster Sunil, and he is attempting his L1P2 speech in the pathway presentation mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify their primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of the style on others. With this, the timings have already been explained, 5 to 7 minutes. I wish you all the luck. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Alok, you can just go ahead and let us know the title of the speech.
Yeah. So please welcome Sunil. He's performing his L1P2 speech. The title is Empathy. Please round of applause for Sunil. Welcome.
Toastmasters, dear guests.
Good afternoon.
Have you ever tried to pour your heart to somebody, telling about your deep feelings and emotions, and got a reply saying that, oh, I've been through that. I just got out of it. Or you're facing a very difficult situation and you're expressing the same thing to your friend or relative, and you get a reply saying that, oh, don't worry, you'll be positive. Do you think you have been heard? Definitely not. Because there's something missing here, empathy. The most underrated communication skill in this world. Okay. What is empathy? Empathy is not sympathy. Sympathy is if I feel bad for you. But empathy says, I feel for you. Basically, you're trying to understand other person's experience through their eyes, not yours. So let me give an example where a person is actually says, oh, I'm overwhelmed at work. So sympathy says, oh, I feel that's bad. But in empathy, you can say, in empathy terms, you can say, oh, I've been through that. Do you want to talk more about it? Basically, empathy is basically trying to, not fixing the problem. Basically, you're trying to actually build a connection here and create a sense of explaining to them what's happening actually, rather than just fixing the problem here. So, but yeah, why empathy? In this world of fast answers and quick reactions, empathy takes time, as usual. And let me give an example, live example normally face it, right? Morning when we are commuting to our office, we see a lot of cars, too much traffic jam, and we are passing. Right? You see one of the person trying to cut your lane. Obviously, as a natural human being, what we do is we just don't want to allow the person to just cut a line, and finally we show close the fits and show to him, so that we never allowed it. But as an empathy, assume he had to drop his kid, want to go to office quickly to attend a meeting, or he just was very late, or he's traveling fast to meet his friends or family who are in a hurry or an emergency. If we are empathy, just allow him to cut the lane and pass by. Maybe you may be late for a few seconds, but still. But we never know. Whatever we are doing it with our empathy, but the person may be a loser or empathy where he cuts the lane and shows the fits. You don't know. So, yeah, then another example I can give you about a manager and an employee, where an employee tries to miss a deadline. And as a manager, he can snap. A manager starts snapping, saying that, sorry, you're missing a lot of deadlines, and I'm sorry, I can't help wrong. Do you think the employee likes to come to work next morning, work under him? Definitely not. But let's assume the manager comes to his office and says, oh, you've been quiet these days. I'm worried about you. What's going on? So here, basically, if the employee says, yeah, I'm busy taking care of my sick parents, now the whole conversation changed from frustration to supportive. So empathy doesn't lower standards, it raises understanding. And one more example I can give, where a child and a parent. Assume a child says, I'm overwhelmed at school. As a parent, obviously, will be so busy with a lot of work and other activities. As a parent, may reply as, oh, if that's tough, try paying my bill. Do you think the child will continue talking? Will completely shut down. So, if let's assume the parent says, oh, school is a lot. Which part of school is being overwhelmed? Can you explain? So this is actually helping the child to start a conversation, and that will really understand which part of the school is bad or good. So that's how a conversation should start, and being empathy, this will really help. Okay, so empathy basically, as I said, is really very difficult, and it takes time to be in empathy to build that conversation. But what are the skills for empathy? First and foremost skill for empathy is active listening. You have to be a very good active listener. You're not listening just to respond. You're actually listening to make sure you understand their emotions, their feelings, and then try to make sure that you understand what they're talking about, ask clarification and respond. At the end, basically, make sure that it is totally, you're giving full time to the person listening and no distractions at all. The second thing you need to make sure that is try to observe their body language, their voice modulation, non-verbal, because sometimes somebody says, when you say, call a friend and say, how are you? You may say good in a low tune. Do you think that good is really good? Definitely not. So you have to understand the phrases, tones, body language to understand a person, whether he's really talking, his words are actually meaning whatever he's saying. And make sure that third point you need to do for empathy building is try to put yourself in their shoe, understand what is happening, because by putting in their shoe, you'll understand what kind of environment their challenge, their emotions that they're facing. So it's really you'll feel more connected and understand their problems. So the fourth point I feel is be present. Be present and don't be perfect. What I say is finding the right words. Tell them something like, I do not have right words, but definitely I'm with you. This is really a superpower compared to giving an advice. Okay, call to empathize. So empathize is basically, it's not loud. It doesn't dominate the room, but it will change the perspective of a person. So dear Toastmasters, whenever you're giving a speech, mentoring or comforting a friend, empathy is a bridge between words and meaning. So it is actually creates an impact, not volume, and it tries to build connection among people. So next time when a friend or family friend or relative comes and talks to you, Don't fix the problem. Just sit with them, feel with them, be human with them. Because in this world of talking more, listening less, empathy is a superpower communication skill we all need. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sunil, for your speech. So I think we are having second speech. Before that, yeah, I need to call for second speech. Yeah. Okay. For second speech evaluator is a Karthik Kamath, who is a um, mm, um, uh,
I
cloud manager, I can say, Oracle, work in
yeah.
Oracle Cloud team, and fantastic person. And I think he loved to be tea party rather than night party man, actually. So I call Karthik Kamath. Please explain the today's speech title.
Thank you, Alok, and thanks for the spontaneous introduction. I like that. Okay, today I'll be playing the role of an evaluator. It's been a while I've been an evaluator, bite the bullet this time, and my target speaker, and my person of interest today is Abhimanyu Sangwan, who will be attempting his L1P3 speech of Pathway Presentation Mastery. So the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. We have heard from Abhimanyu before. I know he's a very good storyteller. This will be a good challenge, and I very keenly look forward to your speech. Abhimanyu, all over to you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Karthik. Yeah, so the topic of my speech today is value selling, and I'll take you through my journey of different phases of understanding what value selling is, what are its different properties, what it is not, how does it impact you if you don't know what it is, and then we'll see the most difficult dark corner of value selling, which all of us struggle with, and we'll demonstrate with some examples. A lot of examples in today's speech as well. So I'll start by asking you to sell me this pen. And this is the most cliched question in interviews, but it has a very deep and important meaning. So please.
Write your name.
I can't write, I don't have a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have demonstrated very quickly how we are all prepared with the right response. So when we try to sell something, there is obviously a desire to showcase the properties of that object, thing, person, and then try to get the other person so excited that that selling happens on its own. But in real life, it is not so simple. For example, first thing is it's always a moving target. What is of value? What was of value 20 years back? If I told you I have a phone which has buttons to type, it would be a dissatisfier today. But that's what BlackBerry guys did, right? So your iPhone, imagine it has a set of buttons. It's so the definition of value changes over time. It's a moving target. The perception of value is so different for people that it takes people decades to master it. For example, if you go to buy a car, you can think in your family, we have all seen, for me, a car needs to, like if I press the accelerator, it should light fire on the road. My marketing professor at MDI said, I want a car that when I drive into my house, my neighbor's heart should burn. He should have this pang of jealousy, right? I had a colleague, Prashant, who bought a BMW and he was very excited. But his wife, who funded it, after one trip, they realized they didn't have enough boot space for 2 kids. And now he's saying probably not a good decision. So there is a wide array of things that people value. They typically know some small hacks. If it's a female buyer, they try to say these are the colors that they are available in. That's a big important factor for them. So I stumbled upon this topic when I was trying to get into OEM. I had two very bad interviews. One was with a large database company, and one was with a large cloud service provider. And from my understanding of value selling, I understood that I have to talk about the features, how good they are, their market share, etc. And it was a horror show, my interviews. And finally, the feedback I also got was, I don't know how to value sell. So then I thought I should first understand what value selling is, because probably my understanding was wrong. So I'll give you one example, how it operates and how our understanding changes. There was this focus group, just like people here sitting here, where everyone was given a new camera with a new design, and the company wanted to know whether people would buy it at $100. And there was a consensus that yes, this is the right price. They didn't give them the price, but finally the average price that the group decided for this product would be $100. And then the focus group guys were paid, obviously. So they were given an option while leaving, either to take their $10 for participating or take the camera. None of them took the camera, right? So what we say, what we believe the value of something is for us versus what it actually is, miles apart. For example, the worth of a coffee for you at Oracle when you have a coffee machine here versus when you're on an 8-hour flight is completely different, and companies understand that. If you look at some very a different part of the world, many clubs in Europe that have millionaires frequenting, what they have understood is you're a millionaire, you have everything, but what you don't have is probably you're not a likable person, you're not able to engage with attractive women. So what they do is they pay models to be there and to make them have that feeling that it's a spontaneous interaction and they are interested in talking to them, and they are on their payroll monthly. So the clubs have understood the value that they have to provide to their customers, right? I'll also give you an example of a large company that we went to. First meeting, we talked about Oracle, how amazing it is. And it was not, as a sales guy, I could see that it was not connecting with the son of the founder. And while going out, we realized that his father was actually a Padam Shri awardee. In his car, he had 2 India flags. And people told us later that what he was looking for was impact when they work with us, and not really how amazing our company is, etc. So we missed the bus there. Another example is another company. They had an incumbent, one of the largest cloud services providers here, and they told us, their founder told us in the third meeting that they came to me and said, we'll take you to Vegas if you buy us this year, while they don't know that I already live there half the year. And they didn't even invite them for any evaluation. I, after that meeting, talked to their CFO, and after half an hour of talking, understanding he's a music player, he's a chess player, and his son has an edtech startup that is not getting funding. I understood that probably getting some funding guys to connect with him is what he finds to be of value to him, right? So there are several examples of how value can change. There was a famous TV show where the final goal of a middle class family was to finally have an AC and sit in an AC, and that started the process of making Hong Kong becoming this refrigerator where everyone uses ACs now. So marketing companies understand that part. They understand how they can impose themselves in the value field. And the last part and the most abstract part that I would like to talk about is undiscovered value, where you really don't know what the value is for you, what something new could be of value to you. Let's say an iPhone again. It is not something that any of us could ask for in a meeting or in the market. And also, if we look at our own internal value system, what we see is in a metro, if there is a drunk guy who stumbles on a lady, we judge them. But if that guy is our friend, we judge them differently. And if that guy is us, we judge ourselves differently. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Abhimanyu. So let in first of meeting, I share one story. So now it is time to join the part of this story. In the story, first software that start a computer, that was a single family era. Just tie the computer with a blade, family with a process, family member as a thread, land as memory, tractor as a CPU, and enjoy the story. And word short, you call it segmentation fault, memory fault. But so at the last in this story, if headman goes mad, we saw a kernel panic, the system breakdown, everyone stop working, and total system halt and system called panic, panic, and panic. So with yeah, with this note, I would like to invite Ravindra. He is our table topic master today. Ravindra is a part of CSS app team. He's a uh, um, badminton player, and he always travel us because in OTS we play cricket and badminton both, and always the badminton player is fatiguous to us by switching on and off light. So welcome to Ravindra as a table topic master. Ravindra, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok, for that wonderful introduction. So now I have come before you for table topics session. So I have a list of 6 to 7 topics with me. So what is table topics? So I will be giving a topic to you. So you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. So our timer will be there. So he will be at 1 minute he will be showing the green card. At one and half minute he will be showing the yellow card, and 2 minutes he will be showing the red card. So before concluding the topic, you have 30 seconds grace period to conclude the speech. So that's about. So this table topics is very much useful when your manager asks something randomly. So when you are trying to juggling something in your mind and you're trying to say something. So in that case, it will be very much useful. So that's about table topics. So who would like to go? I have very simple topics. So who would like to go first? Okay, so your topic. If you could have a superpower, what would it be, and how would you use it for good? Over to you. Can you repeat the question, please? If you could have a superpower, so what would it be, and how would you use it for good?
So good afternoon, everyone. Basically, if I will be having a superpower, then what I will do, like this is something which I planned for my lifelong vision, that I need 40,000 crore net worth. The reason behind is I will discuss now only. I want to impact two sector of the nation. First one is education. Second one is hospital sector. What I need to do is I need to create institutions all over the India, which will be free education and that people can learn anything. So that one thing I can do with that money. And second thing is I want to give or provide hospital facilities free of cost all over the India, and that would be best level of hospital. So this is something which I need to do it, and if I will get that, and this 40,000 crore net worth or whatever I have created based on my R&D and things, that this is something which I require to build it. And although like superpower, definitely, if I will be having, definitely I will do it. If I'm not it, still I'm doing it with my whatever salary I'm getting. I'm segregating it with this my higher purpose for the lifelong purpose. So thank you so much.
Thank you for your valuable views on that. Yeah, you have said that if you have money, you use it in for a good cause. That's good thing. So if you have a superpower, I think you can do more than that. Okay. So who would like to go next?
Back to school days.
Yeah. Just a note, you can think for 20-30 seconds before starting to speak. Just for.
I need to think.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a simple topic. If you could invent a new holiday, what would it be, and how would people celebrate it? If you could invent a new holiday, so what would it be, and how would people celebrate it?
It's a favorite topic.
If it would be, if I have to invent a new
holiday,
what it would be and how people can
Yeah.
celebrate it. Holiday for only for the people or for kids, for everybody?
Anything.
If I have to invent a new holiday, first of all, I will not keep it for 5 days a week. I'll rather keep it for 4 days a week. Because what I feel when we are working, especially with 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 jobs, we are just doing a monotonous work. We are not really looking for what is our passions, what all extra things we can do. So maybe what I would, we are not working beyond 9 to 5 jobs. We are not looking in ourselves what we have. For example, when I was a kid, when I was in school, I used to do some kind of writings. I used to spend times in, reading books. But now I barely get time. And even if I get time, I'm more stressed out. I keep on thinking about office works and jobs. But if I have a 4-day works, maybe my stress level will be less, and I will, dedicate some time to to my passion also. And I think this will give overall happiness to the people and the human being. And what was the second?
Like what it would be and how people will celebrate.
So if people can, not. Okay, time is out.
No. Green is 1 minute. You can continue.
Okay. So yeah, so people can celebrate it. Like you are not only, dedicating yourself to somebody else, you are dedicating yourself also. So I think that is a good stuff. People can look for their passions also, and ultimately they can be happy, because by the end of working for somebody, we are not gaining anything, right? It is just we are fulfilling some of the purposes that we need for our daily needs. That's it.
Thank you for that different views on that. So I think if Wipro chairman, not Wipro chairman, Infosys, if he listens this, he would be. I know he's studying to work for 9 hours a day or 24/7, something like that.
70 hours. Wipro, Infosys, both are same boat only.
But I hope your logic will come into maybe Oracle. I wish Okay, who would like to go next?
I think online guests can take.
Yeah. Anyone from online? Yeah, I see Gunjan Kaur lifted her hand. Yeah. Okay. So your topic is you are an alien from another planet. What's your say on seeing humans on the Earth? I'll repeat it. You are an alien from another planet. What's your say on seeing humans on the earth? Over to you.
I did not understood the second part. If I am an alien, then
If that alien visits the earth and sees the humans on the earth, so what the alien will say that about the humans?
Okay, thank you for the topic. So now I have a feeling of a bit regret because previously in the Toastmasters in my club, I was given the topic, but the reverse topic, where alien is landed on my at my home and what I would do it. I answered it that I will let them sit on the computer and do all the job, and I'll go for a spa and for the rest of the day, and I just forced them to earn more so that I could go out and eat and shop. But but now I'm scared if humans do with me like that if I'm an alien. And if I'm an alien, I look at people like a robot who are doing a monotonous work, and uh, mm, but a little ones. But I'll feel the little ones like the children. They are full of curiosity and creativity. And when we grow up, all these things get shrinked up, right? When we caught up in the monotonous work or daily work. So I'll see the humans like this, and I hope those humans would not treat me like what I said earlier before. Yeah, over to you.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it's little opposite topic I given you. Okay, who would like to go next? We can have the other topics.
He should leave earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, grab a feedback.
Okay. Yeah.
Abhinav, please.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Wonderful day. Shenanigans was the word of the day. Bite the bullet. I also did bite the bullet for this month by giving my speech. So improper, I think Alok used the word even though the people use Linux. So there are 2-3 interesting things around the. So instead of the people, when in this way, you will use even though people use Linux because we are talking about people, right? Sorry, I'm a grammar Nazi. So the second one was Dinesh said, "I wish you all the luck," because he was thinking of something else, but I wish you all the best or I wish you luck, right? Then understand, in the first speech we said, understand other person's perspective. So in this case, we would use the understand the other person's perspective. Then Alok said operating system hiding in plain sight. I'm so sorry, this was not the one. In the first speech, we also said too much traffic jam. It is an uncountable word, so we say a traffic jam, right? It itself denotes there is a lot of traffic, right? So as a parent, we will be so busy. So this is a colloquialism where in this part of the word, we instead of saying as a parent, we are usually busy or we are busy, we say we will be. So something we all get used to. I also started reading. Someone said low tune instead of low tone. So that's something which we can correct. Now I have come before you now I have come in front of you. Yeah. All over the India in table topic Kiran. So all over India. So that was a phrase used many times. Gunjan said a monotonous work. So again, it's uncountable. So you should use monotonous word. Good usages. I love the word non-verbal because it's a composite word. Really clearly articulates what you're saying. Ravindra used juggling. Again, a very visual word which clearly articulates. Kiran used segregating, which is a good word. And Gunjan used monotonous, which again I like.
have time for this. Okay. So who would like to go next for the table topics? Abhiram.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. So your topic is so what would you do if you are the president of our country? I I hope it's clear.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So if I am the president of this country, I will, you know, I'll focus on health, education, and development. These will be my main aspects apart from my day-to-day paperwork, which I suppose includes approvals of decisions or reviewing the decisions made, um, etc. And main focus which I would lead this country, or rather I'll take this country to, is in the three ways which I mentioned: health, education, and development. Health, because yeah, that's how you get the people ready. Wealth, because that's what drives the economy, and um, that's what enriches a country. And development, because we all need to develop. We need to grow as a country, as an individual, as a state, grow together and grow individually. So that people will not have any shenanigans. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhiram, for your views on that.
You saying something?
Yeah, we have different views
My feedback can be first.
on
then
how
I'll
to
first.
develop the country.
Okay.
So thank you for sharing your views. Okay, that's it. We have for the table topics. So over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Ravindra. So now it is time to call our evaluator for the speech. Before the first speech,
Alok, do you want me to go first?
yeah,
Because I think Abhimanyu has a meeting.
yeah.
Okay.
Please, Karthik, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alok. All right, timer, you can start now. Okay. Yeah. So, decades to master it. That's how Abhimanyu termed in his speech, and that fits in really well because what we saw today was a master at work explaining about their craft, value selling. And the master here, Abhimanyu, has taken decades, and it was valuable and golden knowledge which he shared with us today. So thank you, Abhimanyu. You talked about a topic which is close to your heart, which you have been pursuing for so many years, and that brought in a lot of authenticity and also a lot of ease and confidence for you when you were speaking about this. And that's the way for giving a good speech. Giving a speech wherein we are in an area where we are master of or where we are near to mastery of. So that was really strong points which came out of the speech. You enhanced the speech by giving stories about the professor trying to make the neighbor jealous, the friend who bought a BMW to later regret it. And there were other instances also, like nightmare of an interview session, which you explained. I wanted to know a little bit more on those examples which you shared, and that I'll come to that later. But deep diving on stories is very important. Bringing stories is very important, which you brought, and I think the audience related to that. And also, you brought in a good point of learning from failures. That is the key for mastery, which I see has been presented here. Mastery cannot be achieved without failure. So, learning from that, not getting bogged down from that, learning and becoming better, failing again, becoming better until you succeed. So, that is one theme which I see coming out again and again. Few things which I think we can improve here, and I will come out a little blunt because it's not the icebreaker, and I really see value in you improving because you have so much command over English language and so such a good vocabulary. So I will tell more about improvement areas. I think the stories were good, but they were too much. You mentioned about moving targets. The stories felt for me moving targets, and I'm sure audience also. For example, the story about ACs in Hong Kong, I just really couldn't understand. What I would suggest you trying next time is choose one, maximum two. I would say just go for one, deep down in that story. What was the story about? Who are the characters? Play with them, explain the reaction, show their reaction. That will come out well. And I think that is the main takeaway. Less is more in a speech. So you did a great speech, but target on explaining things more and keeping the content of the speech less. That will really help. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Karthik. So previously I was drop out because of power failure because I'm still living in a Stone Age area. So now I have to call our next evaluator, our president Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh, please, over to you.
Yeah, I am the president. Thank you so much. Okay, we can start now. Empathy creates impact, not volume. It doesn't lower standards, but raises understanding. And with these profound sentences, Toastmaster Sunil delivered a masterpiece in the form of his L1 P2 speech, Empathy. Toastmaster Sunil, in his simple yet impactful words, showed a different, more credibility by providing throughout. That is the need of the hour where we need to understand the difference between empathy and sympathy, and that makes a lot of impact in the society. It was a it is a very detailed and well-researched speech, and that was established through the very detailed way in which empathy was depicted or which empathy was shown, like how it can be, part of our day-to-day life. The tone and pitch was pleasant to the ears and was very, very clear. So kudos to you on that. Toastmaster Sunil exhibited confidence in his body language, which made the speech more impactful. Now, he also took it up a notch. The speech, a masterpiece in itself, he took it up a notch by giving many, many examples, which we all can implement in our day-to-day life. Now, there are a few points that I want to bring up, which you can work on in your future speeches. You started off really well with an audience interaction. There was a question, but I didn't feel you paused for an answer. You went on with the question, which you could have paused. And for the first question, let it be a simple one. You can follow up later with other questions. The speech was refined, your vocabulary was wonderful, but fillers could be minimized. There were some fillers, you could minimize them. There were many examples, as I've mentioned earlier, but there was a lack of personal example. It could have added conviction to the speech. The examples were rather generic. And there's one thing that I noticed, and even the audience would have noticed, there was a lack of certain eye contact. I was just seeing that you were looking at the screen, not the offline audience. That's a challenge, I know, in a hybrid meeting. Please work on that. Give equal importance to the online audience as well to the offline audience. I'll just say, bite the bullet next time. Look at one person who you feel like, this is a safe person, and just continue with the speech. I could see that you were using okay as a pause. If there is nothing to say, just pause and then continue. Don't use okay as a filler. I'll conclude by saying that in today's world where frivolous shenanigans are, when like misery is considered as frivolous shenanigans, empathy is the answer. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Dinesh. Now we are in our last part of meeting. So from my side, I can say the Linux is not just a operating system; it is a playground of open source shenanigans. And last week in March end, Linux 6.15 stable release was done. And this week 6.16 mainline about to come. So great toast to all the open source developer. And we have now started working on 6.16 Linux kernel version. So at the last, I need to call that our general evaluator Avinav. He is an electric personality and Udaipur boy as City of Lake. Thank you very much. Over to you, Avinav.
Thank you. Not from Udaipur, from Jaipur.
Sorry.
This is the same. There is no important Rajasthan, right? There's no lake in Jaipur. Anyways.
Jaipur, Udaipur, same.
I was joking at that. All right. Coming to the evaluation for the whole meeting. I think we had a wonderful meeting today. We had great speeches. Everybody on the stage did their job pretty well. All the table speaker was also really good. So let me first invite our timer for the timer report. Hi, Kash.
Hi, Stan. Yeah. So we had a good number of speeches and evaluations today. Almost, I think all of the speakers and evaluators are in time. Just a quick note to Sunil, you are almost close to the time, and it's something I think will surely work on. So yeah.
Okay, round of applause for everybody for being in time. We already heard comment and info from Vimandu, but I really appreciate everybody using the word shenanigans a lot. Bite the bullet was used a lot. So I think round of applause for everybody. Alright, now with the general evaluation with everybody. So today's meeting was started by Ravindra. Again, a great job because he's not a SA or Salim in officially, but he pitched in whenever required. So please give a round of applause and kudos to Ravindra. Only one thing to say to Ravindra, otherwise everything was great, is that when you introduce somebody, tell their name at least. You missed that. Saikash is a presiding officer, and presiding officer should be the highest praised worthy person. So try to give their name and praise them a bit so that they feel good and positive when they come on the stage. To Saikash, I think you did a wonderful job as a presiding officer. You introduced all the guests pretty well. You talked about the history of our club as well as Toastmasters. And you introduced Toastmaster Alok as well in pretty good manner. So good job in general for presiding officer. Then came the mysterious T-Mod, the Toastmaster Day, Alok. He revealed a theme eventually about operating systems. And I must say, it takes a great courage to be happy about the work you are doing. Because most of us are not happy, right? And to be confident and be in a good mood about the work you are doing, your team is doing, it takes a great courage. And I think you're doing really well. So kudos to you. Thank you for making Relax work pretty well. It hardly breaks and it's a good job you're doing. Thank you for that. So again, you had your research done about the topic because you know about it. You spoke about the operating system pretty well. The example of village and this analogy was really good. Actually, helped people to understand what operating system actually does. You were really joyous. You were enthusiastic about what you're speaking. Few things to improve upon is that when you're speaking online, try to look at the camera, not left and right. I think we should learn this as soon as possible because this is going to be a future. They're going to be online, offline, both. While you are offline, try to gaze the audience, left to right to left. But while you're online, try to speak into the camera so that it feels more connected. You might see all the YouTubers do that. So that way, you should also do that same way. There's scope of grammar improvement. I think with time, which more and more things you can do. One more thing to improve upon is the order of the meeting. I think our club is 10 years old club. So we should do it right. We might not speak great, but at least we should do the basics right of not forgetting about the order of the speech, of the speeches, general evaluator, all the Toastmasters things which are there. If you have any doubt, you can ask anybody who has done it earlier, but try to make sure the agenda is properly done. Otherwise, I think you did a great job taking up the role of teamwork. Pretty early in a Toastmaster journey is actually rare, and doing it multiple times, so you can good job on them. Can you have a round of applause for Alok, please? As a Trailblazers master, Ravindra also did a great job. Very easy topics to everybody. I think all the speakers could speak really well. So there's nothing difficult for them. Everybody not only spoke for 1 minute, they spoke till 2 minutes as well. So good topics, easy topics, and Ravindra was also impromptu Trailblazers master. It was not planned earlier. So good job, Ravindra. Thank you for giving up the easy topics for everybody. Then comes the speakers. I think both the speakers did a pretty good job. Sunil's speech was really good. I think I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of things he could remember and speak pretty well. That was really good. And the best part I liked was that the topic was empathy and came to the point very pretty soon. You did not have to speak 2 minutes on that. It directly came to the point. So that everybody was hooked to your speech. Examples were really good. I think we already heard from the evaluator, car, traffic jam, managing employee, and so many things. The only thing my takeaway for your speech could be that in your conclusion, you spoke about 5 points. Try to make it 2 or 3 so that we can remember. Nobody can remember 5 points, I'm pretty sure. So like what Karthik said, less is more. 3 things are easy to remember. In Toastmasters specifically say, if a speech is 5 to 7 minutes long, 3 things are good enough to remember. More than that, it becomes difficult. But a great speech, a very important speech about empathy. I think in Toastmasters specifically, empathy plays a great role. I'm giving evaluation to you because I have been in this shoe earlier. That's why I can do that. Same way, in our life also, we should be more empathetic, and that you stress about it pretty well. Evaluation, there's nothing much to add to it. I think he covered it very much well. Coming to second speech, Karthik also did a wonderful job as the evaluator. He spoke what I wanted to say about, again, trying to not give too many examples. 2 or 3 are good enough. And just try to be crisp with your 5 to 7 minute speech. Although a video is left, but I wanted to say one thing. If you're taking names of people or company, you should be aware of that because this speech will go on YouTube. He didn't say anything wrong, though, but just a caution to everybody. If we are speaking public, taking names of companies and all, should not be taken in a wrong manner. Not that he said it, but I'm just reiterating that. So all in all, we had a great session today. All the role takers, although impromptu, but they did their job well. All speakers were really good. All the guests could speak on different topics. So I hope everybody enjoyed it pretty well. With that being said, again back to the shutting down part portion by Toastmaster Alok. So over to you.
Thank you very much, Abhinav, for detailed feedback of our this meeting. So now it is time to bind up and a picture shot. Yes, we can all together and take up a snapshot for us.
Just give me a minute, Alok. We have got that also.
Yeah, Sai Akash will end the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok. Thanks a lot. And like distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav said, we had a great session today. And since we had a great session, I think we'll have a great poll as well. I think Toastmaster Abhinav has shared it in the chat. And can share the QR. Yes. You can see the QR here as well. Yeah. So do take time to vote people you felt made the session better for you. And while that's happening, I would like to talk to the guests in the beginning. Pujan, are you still there?
Sorry, yeah, I was speaking on mute. Yeah, I'm still there.
While you're voting, I'd just like to ask you, what you felt about the session. How was it? And any feedback for us as a guest?
I felt very energetic throughout the session. The table topics were very nice. And obviously, I'm going to take away a few good things from here to my own offline club. And yes, there's one feedback. I don't know whether it's there in house or not. We have our counter as a role who notices the and or or any other filler words. So I'm not sure if it is there or not. So these are the little things which I noticed. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Gunjan. The account role is there. It's just that we couldn't find someone to fill it up, and sometimes we prioritize the timer and the grammarian over the counter. So that's the reason. But yeah, thanks for the feedback, and hope you learned something from us today.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other guests? I think Abhiram, right? Abhiram. Hi, Abhiram. Any feedback for us, and can you share experience for the day?
It was nice joining you guys. Just in thinking, it is my first hybrid. Earlier, whenever I joined, it was completely virtual, so I had these names written under each person, so I was able to recognize them. But this is since this being a hybrid meeting, right? I mean, yeah, I'm not familiar with you guys, so I was little off when anyone mentioned some name.
Okay.
Because if there is someone is online, right, then I can just go through them based on their names. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's something with the hybrid model.
We'll see how we can improve it. Like maybe taking like each other's name more will help us with that. But sure, thanks Abhiram for that, and hope to see you again soon. Within you as well. I think we don't have any other guests for the day. And Abhiram, can you announce the ballot results? We had one guest. Yeah, I think one more person was there. He left. And Maria, hi there. How are you?
Hey, hi. Nice to see you all.
We are not seeing you, but
I know it's been so hectic at work, but
no, that's also great.
organizing an agent hackathon right now. So I have my office hours today, so we're just busy with that.
No worries.
But I'll do come back to my speeches. Sorry for the long break.
No worries, Maria. See you soon.
You got 6 responses anymore to vote? Anybody get to vote? You can do tiebreaker. You can vote here.
6 only? How come there are 6 people here?
Everybody online has voted. Please check the chat. There's a link to vote.
Yeah, actually, online also there are 4 from the Ravindra.
Our PO has not voted.
So I joined pretty late, so I did not vote, okay? Because I did not hear everything.
Yeah, no. That's the right way to go. No bias.
Okay. Because of this, we got a tiebreaker resolved now. So best speaker today goes to Abhimanyu. Best evaluator goes to Dinesh or Sunil. There's a tie for table topic speaker, and it's between Gunjan and Kiran. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you everyone. And we'll have a quick group pic before leaving. So all those online, can you please switch on your cameras? And can someone help us by taking a screenshot? Karthik, Alok, anyone?
I can.
Thank you.
People online, if you want to come on camera, this is the time. Otherwise, you are out of the picture. I see Maria is coming in. Yeah. Smile. One more. One more. Okay. Done.
Thank you everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
See you even offline.
See you all next time.
Thank you.
See you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.